everyone, welcome to our webinar. My name is Andrew Townsend. I'm the Campaign Marketing Manager here at eLearning Brothers. Today we're going to be talking about the recent acquisition of eLearning Brothers, or of Trivantis and Knowledgelink by eLearning Brothers, and what that means for you, and how all of your tools and products and things in that are going to be affected by this. This session will be recorded. We will email a copy of it out to everybody who has registered later today, and we will also post a copy of this on our blog probably early next week so that you can review that at your leisure. If you have questions or comments during the webinar, please do use the questions panel. That's part of the GoToWebinar control interface there, so please do use that, and we'll get to as many of your questions as we can. We have people in the wings that you're not seeing here on camera that will try to answer some of your questions, and we'll be answering a lot of your questions live as well. All right, so we have a star-studded group with us today. We've got Andrew Scivally, CEO of eLearning Brothers, Jon Blackman, the Chief Technology Officer at eLearning Brothers, and Jon Tota, the founder of Knowledgelink. Thanks all of you for joining us. We're excited to hear what you have to share. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to you guys and Andrew.
Hey, thanks, Townsend. Hey, thanks for joining, everyone. This has been an exciting week for us. We've been working on this for a long time, and we've been daydreaming about this moment and how we could make this happen. And it's nice to finally be here. I'm honored to be on this webinar with I'll just say with Jon, and that'll make it easy for me with Jon and Jon. But anyway, it's been a wonderful process to get to know these guys even better, and we've known each other for a long time. But to make this official. So anyway, as I hope most of you have heard on this call, as of Monday, eLearning Brothers has officially acquired Trivantis and Knowledgelink. So obviously Trivantis being a pioneer in the industry all around authoring tools and e-learning technology, and Knowledgelink, a phenomenal learning management system, and some great capabilities around assessment and video and things like that. So we're excited to bring them on board. Both these companies will be fully acquired by eLearning Brothers, all the products and all the employees. We are not laying off any employees. We need everyone. We're excited to have everyone, and they all have a home with us. So just a little background here. As we've been thinking about eLearning Brothers, what could our future be? You know, we always go back to our mission. And our mission is to help you become an e-learning rock star. And, you know, part of becoming an e-learning rock star is really to have amazing tools and amazing content. And let's see here, Townsend, if you go to slide 2 there. You know, so for us, you know, becoming an e-learning rock star, when I think of a rock star, I'm thinking of someone that's creative and artistic. A rock star is someone that wants to connect with their audience, that feels this desire to inspire and to motivate and to really bring their best and bring that performance and make that connection. So for us, that's what e-learning designers and developers are. They are rock stars. They're naturally creative. They want to connect with people. They want to build amazing things and make a difference. And they want to create that feeling, and they want to be successful not only in their careers, they want to be rock stars in their careers and for their companies, but they want to build rock star content, and they want to feel that connection with their learners and make a difference in their learners' lives. And so for us, as we were thinking about how do we broaden eLearning Brothers, what's our next step? We really wanted to marry content, which we've always been a content business. We wanted to marry content with technology and to really create an e-learning solution that can encompass all of that. And so, you know, we've broken the market down into kind of 3 different areas. So on the next, basically we look at and we say, okay, an organization is sourcing learning from, we believe, 3 different areas. So they can build it themselves, they can buy it pre-built off the shelf, and they can bid it out for someone else to build. So as we were looking at this model, we were thinking, how can eLearning Brothers play fully in all 3 of these areas? So how can we become a full e-learning solutions business? So when a company and our customers, when they need these things, how can we help them get all of that in one spot? How can we bring that value to the market? And so really for us building it, we wanted to be in the space where if someone needs to build interactive learning content or VR games, if they need the templates and assets to do that, we wanted to have all of that in-house. Or if they want to go out and build, or buy hundreds of off-the-shelf pre-built courses, then great, we wanted to be able to offer that as well. And then lastly, if they needed help, if a customer needs help just, building part of it or all of it for them, or just a facelift or build the entire course and write it all and build it and get it all the way out to a delivery platform, we wanted to be able to help out there. And so that was really the model that we've been looking at on the companies that we choose to acquire and the companies that we partner with. And then the bottom piece there, after all of this is done, content is pointless, right? Unless you have a way to host that, deliver it, and put it out to the employees, track the results and all of that. So it made sense for us to also bring that technology into the business. So these are really the things that we're driving our decisions here. So now, if we look at our locations, our locations across the United States, we'll have 3 main locations. Of course, eLearning Brothers is headquartered in American Fork, Utah. That's about 30 to 40 minutes south of Salt Lake City. That's where we have, roughly 50 or so of our employees on the eLearning Brothers side, and then a bunch that work from home. Trivantis was headquartered there in Deerfield Beach, Florida. Again, we'll be keeping that office and all the employees there as well. And Jon Blackman, our new CTO, Jon will be located there. And then Edulence, and it has the product Knowledgelink. So the Knowledgelink team is located in New York City. Again, we are retaining all employees there, and they will be they'll continue to locate in that office there. And Jon Tota, the founder of Knowledgelink, here on the panel with us today. Jon is going to be helping us lead up the LMS and the LXP part of the business there, and helping give us some strategic guidance and leading some future product development in that capacity. So anyway, what I'd like to do is let's talk a little bit about how we got here with these two companies and what these companies mean for us and how we've partnered together. So let's start first with Jon Blackman. So here's a slide that I put together. Obviously, this is we were a little bit younger in that picture, I think.
We haven't aged a day. We look great.
You haven't. But anyway, this is a picture from one of the Lectora user conferences, and why don't you maybe touch a little bit about the background that we have together and how Trivantis and eLearning Brothers have connected through the years.
Well, I had to start with this one. The first time we met was at DevLearn, and you were wearing toe shoes and riding a unicycle around the floor of DevLearn, if you remember that.
And so, terrible unicycle.
I threw him under the bus on that one. I didn't let him know I was going to talk about that. But yes, so we've known each other a long time. I mean, that was 10 years or more ago, long time ago. First time we started working together was with the Inspire product. We put together the e-learning templates into the Inspire product. We then added on things like the character cutout people and a lot of different things. And we've been working together ever since then on many, many different things. We've had many of our employees have gone over to eLearning Brothers in the past. So we've been working, on the same, same concert over and over. Now we're just joining the same band. We're together.
I think we've had 8 or so of the Trivantis employees come over through the years in some capacity. Yeah. And we still have those employees now. So it's been great.
Yeah.
I remember, so some of you on the call might remember Trivantis did custom services years ago. And so early on in eLearning Brothers' career, when we first started the custom services business, we were able to partner up with Trivantis and be the official partner, really exclusive partner for all the custom development services there. So early on, we started to use Lectora a ton. We've done hundreds and hundreds of projects in the platform, both in the desktop and the online versions. We have built thousands of templates in the product. Of course, Trivantis, the Lectora product, was our very first integration that we ever did in this industry. The Lectora user conferences. We've raced armadillos with you guys in San Antonio, and we've been, gangsters.
You rushed the stage. You rushed the stage with a big blonde wig on at one point.
Yes, I hijacked the stage from you and threw a bromance at everyone, and so we've put on the tuxedos and been at the Beverly Hills, some hotel out there at a conference with you as well. So we've always had a really good partnership with Trivantis. So this made a lot of sense for us. We know the product. We share a ton of the same customers. We have a love for content and a love for the space, and we know that the Trivantis employees do as well. And so we're incredibly excited to bring those two pieces together and find ways to work, completely as one company together now. And so the next slide here, we've done lots of marketing events together. So this was one from, I don't even know what year it was, but we've done lots of conferences together and tried to promote each other and to help each other out. And this is one probably, I don't know, 5 years ago, something like that. But anyways, got some of the, and Laura Silver's in that picture as well. And Laura has joined our team as a VP of product. And so Laura's going to be really instrumental in looking at the roadmaps for the products in the future as well. So on the next slide, one exciting thing about this is, John, my understanding, Trivantis has been around a long time. Tell me a little bit, just quickly, when did the Lectora authoring product launch, and what was out there at that time?
So it was really 1999. Really, the only thing out there was probably authorware at that point. There really wasn't anything like that, and authorware was not really designed for e-learning. And so we started out, and we had been doing some college search work and a lot of different things. And at first, we were considering going into what is now known as an LMS. That term didn't even exist back then in 1999. We were looking at going to that industry, and we kind of looked into it. But then, as we were looking forward, content is king, and there was just no way to produce content. Everybody was creating their own content in HTML, all page by page. It was very complicated. And then we realized, here's a great opportunity. We can just create something specifically for e-learning, creating content e-learning, and we can be the first mover out there. And that's really where Lectora came from.
Nice. So it's one of the pioneers in the industry, and we're excited to have John Blackman with us in that Chief Technology Officer capacity, and to be able to use his knowledge of the industry and his brains and his enthusiasm and all that. But yeah, so that's, for us, a fit. eLearning Brothers was an amazing fit with Trivantis to bring the power and excitement of the eLearning Brothers brand and the community of that together with a pioneer in the industry of Trivantis, and to be able to really combine forces there and again try to help create e-learning rock stars and try to create an offering that can really help people build amazing, beautiful content. Now on the Knowledgelink side, so Jon Tota and I go back a ways. So John, how did we first meet?
Yeah, I think it's a funny story.
Remember that one moment in time?
Yeah, we worked on a project together that I think a custom project back in 2013, 2014, and as we always joke about, we both lost a lot of money on that deal, and but we got to meet each other.
Funny back then.
Yeah, right. It's funny now. Yeah. So, but yeah, we got to work together on that project, and I think it was the first time. We obviously operate in a very different market where we traditionally have. Whereas you guys are both very much in the learning and development space, and we've kind of been in some other vertical markets. But it was our first time to get to work with you and your team on the custom development side, really creating a brand new type of interactive e-learning content and seeing that inside of Knowledgelink for the first time. And I think that kind of early on opened our eyes to what we could do beyond, Knowledgelink had always been very much a video training platform. And that was one of the first times working with you guys that we were able to see true interactive e-learning inside of Knowledgelink and all the possibilities for it. So while that project might not have worked out, as well as we would have liked for us, it did open our eyes to what we could do today, and that's kind of the start of all this for us.
Yeah, and that project, we'll just chalk it up as investment in the future. So it was money we spent way back in the day to get to where we are now. But it was great, and I was able to visit their offices there in New York City, years and years ago. And then recently, John, I'll give you a plug here. So Jon Tota has a podcast called The Learning Life, and so I was on that podcast with him. We started chatting about things, and after the podcast, I said, hey, you know what? We're looking to do some things, and of course that conversation grew and grew, and until we got to this point. So the Knowledgelink LMS has been an amazing fit for us. We started partnering with them this summer and reselling that, and doing joint marketing and things like that. And we've been each other's offices, and he and his leadership team have been to our offices here in Utah, and we've been working on upgrading various features in Knowledgelink with some ideas that we had for the corporate learning space. So as we got into that, it just made perfect sense. And so even on the next slide here, we just launched some joint marketing together during the COVID crisis here on getting some free courses out there to the world around work from home and how to manage that better. And so we're able to use his platform with our content and push that out there, and we're able to get great results there and be able to help out in our small way during this time. So it's been amazing. Now, when we bring all of this together now, so this is our current state right now. What we are building is really an e-learning solutions company. So a company that has all the pieces and parts that you need to build e-learning that rocks. So let's just take a quick minute here and talk about some of these different ones here. So Blackman, as we look now to the future, and especially in the authoring world, whether we're authoring, content, interactive content, VR, games, or whatever it is, what opportunities do we have now, and what opportunities do we have for our customers now that we're together?
Well, I think, when you go into something like this, people worry about, change. What are they going to change? All we're doing is we have the same products, but we're going to be able to build more of them because we have the same people, but now there are more of us, right? So we have the opportunity to grow and get into areas we didn't, because now we have all of the pieces together. We have all of the content we need, so we can get better libraries, better templates, better things to you faster. We can integrate them directly into the tool, all the integration potential that we have now that we didn't have before. We had some integration, but it was never as tight as it can be now. So we just have a lot more possibilities in every facet of e-learning.
Yeah, just to be clear with everyone on the webinar today, we are keeping the Lectora products, right? We will be adding to those, adding new features, working on things around the interface and the flow. The Lectora online and the desktop products, both of those products will continue into the future. We are not sunsetting those. If you're using those products, please continue to use them, and we will continue to not only maintain those, but to grow those products. There are lots of opportunities that we have together now. Of course, eLearning Brothers had all the templates and content and all of that, and various assets. And with the Lectora technology, we integrated before, but now we can go all out, right? We can integrate every single piece of that. So as a customer, be looking for that, full integration, all of the templates and assets that eLearning Brothers has now being available in product in different ways that we can just make those a lot easier for you to use. On that note, we will continue to keep building assets for other authoring tools as well. We fully understand and appreciate that lots of teams use multiple development tools, and that's fine. We want to be a good neighbor in the e-learning industry. We want to play nicely with all the different tools. So we'll continue to create templates and assets for various tools out there. And if you're using one of those and you want to be a rock star, then we hope we can help with templates and assets there. Of course, we would love for you to look at all of our products as well. Naturally that's a desire of ours, but we want to be, like I said, be good neighbors in the industry and make sure that we can help everyone be rock stars. So we will.
That's a key point, is that I think all of our companies have been very open companies in the past. We've always tried to work with everyone else, not try to keep everything isolated. And I think that's going to continue. It's a very, very important point.
We had one other question about this, just a clarifying question. So is Trivantis going to still be the company that is selling all of the Lectora products, or is this all now done through eLearning Brothers? And if it is going to all be through eLearning Brothers, does that mean we can look forward to new bundles and new collections of product and offerings?
Good question. Yes, so Trivantis as a name no longer exists. Everything is now in eLearning Brothers. So the entire Knowledgelink product and team and the entire team at the former Trivantis business is all in eLearning Brothers. There will be a full integration of all employees, products, processes, sales team, marketing, all of that. So yes, do be expecting to see a lot of new content come out, a lot of new ways that, we're exploring ways right now. How do we bundle it together? How do we give you even more value than you're currently getting in the products? How do we not just incent you, but how do we give you more benefit for having different pieces of our products? And so yes, we'll be launching a lot of content, lots of integration, and just trying to make it even easier for you to build new interactive content. And another big piece of this too is, we're not taking any of these things away, right? So we're not going to say, hey, look, eLearning Brothers templates for a Storyline or a Captivate or PowerPoint, we're not shutting those down. We will continue to support those and build those. And, we're hoping that, if you're using a different tool and you're happy with it, that's fine. Then we hope we can help you out with your game design, or we hope we can give you some VR content and let you start integrating that somewhere. And, do we have a way where if you need some help on the learning management system or, custom services, whatever that might be, we just want to help the industry and do it the right way and do it in a professional, again, helpful way. So a couple things though. Yes, the Trivantis name is being that's right, we're not eliminated. That kind of sounds harsh, but it's being set to the side, I guess we could say. Another exciting piece though that we're going to be working on here is Scenario VR. And so John, if someone's on the call today and hasn't heard of Scenario VR, what is that product?
So Scenario VR is really the first purpose-built e-learning authoring tool for virtual reality. So it enables you to create not just virtual reality in a headset, but 360 video, interactive 360 video in the web browser. And you can actually bring your e-learning to a completely new place. So it's great for spatially aware e-learning. Anytime you're doing anything that requires someone to look around or understand the environment they're in, if you want them to get used to an environment or see something before they can actually go there, you can immerse them into it with Scenario VR. So a completely new way of doing training.
Which I'm really excited about because, again, this gives us another ability to create a different type of content. So different types of content are needed for various different training needs, right? So you don't always need a full-blown crazy interactive course, but when you do, I want to make sure that we have something for that. And if you're looking for gaming, we've been partnered up with the game agency for a long time now and selling their training arcade. It works great in Lectora, works great in Knowledgelink. And so, if you need to create gaming with leaderboards and all that, then we want to be able to help there. And then this VR is just a nice new component there. We know that VR content is going to get more traction. I think the biggest question right now is just, how do you build it, right? How can I quickly build it at an affordable cost? And so we're excited to get that Scenario VR product and start integrating with that. So obviously do be looking for additional content and templates added to that product as well. It'd be a natural fit for us to try to bring some of our assets into that and to really start looking at the content play in all of these tools and how can we bring the content more to the front and not so much the tool in the front, have the content be more in the front. So Jon Tota, let's talk about Knowledgelink. So I know Knowledgelink is a bit new to the corporate learning space. you were dealing in kind of a tangent space. What makes that platform unique, and where do you see it going now with this acquisition?
Yeah, so I think what's really interesting about this opportunity to really bring all of our combined forces together is that, as you mentioned before, an LMS like Knowledgelink is really only as good as the content that goes into it. And so one of the biggest challenges always for us was helping our clients get great content into Knowledgelink and make sure that that content plays and works and gets the results that they want. And what's really unique about Knowledgelink, it's a very user-friendly interface. It's got more of a consumer a feel to the user interface, very easy for admins to use, and it really flexes and is very adaptable to a lot of different business models and training models that people are implementing out there. And it's also a very open platform. So one of the cool things is Jon Blackman and I have already been experimenting with scenario VR and looking at Knowledgelink. It's now being one of the first true VR LMS platforms, and being able to integrate authoring tools, really industry-leading authoring tools like Lectora, right into Knowledgelink, and allowing our customers to be able to get great content into there and be comfortable using the Knowledgelink interface that they know and love, and have our support team. Obviously, customer success has been a real strength of ours, and I think one of the things we love about this relationship is that we've seen immediately the commitment to customer success and the culture at eLearning Brothers and at Trivantis and Jon's team has been the same as ours, and our teams are meshing really well together. And now we just have more people, more tools that are available to make everybody successful in the Knowledgelink platform.
You mentioned something there about the people coming together. That's one thing that's been really exciting for me so far in just this first, half a week that we've been together now officially. A lot of the employees already knew each other, and a lot of them were already working together on different projects and marketing events and things like that. And we've seen an amazing excitement around the companies coming together. I think all the employees and I think our customers are seeing that as a natural fit. And so, Tota, like you said, on the Knowledgelink side, any of the Knowledgelink customers now, they've been creating content in various areas and all that, but now they have the ability to access the Lectora authoring platform and the scenario VR and gaming platforms and things like that, where now they can actually have tools that are part of the same company to build all the content that they've been building elsewhere. And, we have an amazing custom solutions business. They do hundreds of projects, and they've been doing that for many, many years now. And, I love having a custom solutions piece in here where, if needed, if a customer does need help, then we're able to do that. And then when the content's done, now we have that ability. If they need our help to host it somewhere, we can, right? We can put that onto that Knowledgelink platform and help them deliver that and track that. And, if they have their own LMS, then great. Then we'll help them put it there. It's no big deal. So really that's what we were hoping for, is basically this e-learning solution right here. We wanted to make sure that the eLearning Brothers brand could have all of the components needed to help customers in all the ways that they need. And, like I was alluding to earlier, we're not going to try and force customers to have to use every piece. If they want to use various pieces with us, great. And it can work with other tools they currently have. If they'd like to use the whole thing, fabulous. And we're working on integration there and how to make it all seamlessly work together. But we want to make sure we meet the customers where they're at. And if they have commitments to various products and all that, great. Maybe we can take what they're doing and augment that and help them take everything good that they're doing and add more to that. So that's that. Townsend, I want to make sure we were able to grab some questions on here as well. Was there any other question that you wanted to bring up to the group?
There are several questions about ongoing support, ongoing offerings, things like will Camtasia and Snagit continue to be included with Lectora Inspire? Where does CourseMill land on this? As this, it's an LMS, and we've got Knowledgelink now as an LMS. That's another question. There's people that are saying that they have 30,000 users in course mills, so they're very concerned about where course mills headed.
Okay.
And I think that's where a lot of our questions are coming from.
All right, well, let's address those. So course mill, we will continue to support course mill. If you're happy on course mill, that's great. We'll take care of that, and we'll make sure that it's running well for you. And if you need our help and different things, we can take care of that. What we would like to do is, over time, we think there's some added capabilities and things that are just great options and features in Knowledgelink. And so, we'll introduce those to you, and if they make sense, fabulous, we can help you get there. But we are not getting rid of course mill. We'll continue to support you, and we still have the same developers that were working on that before. The same support team is still there. Again, we haven't gotten rid of anyone, and we haven't really moved them out of their teams. So if you were working with a salesperson, it's still that person. If you had a certain support person that you liked and you knew her name or his name, then great. Keep calling them. That's fine. We are not looking to disrupt all that. We really just want to be additive and be able to come back to for example, a course mill user and say, hey, look, we have all these other parts now. Would you like to look at some of those? Where else can we help?
Yeah, there are additional options now. That's what I like to look at it.
Yeah. Now, Camtasia. Camtasia is one of many different partnerships that we have in the new combined company. So, over time, we'll look at each of these partnerships and figure out which ones make sense and which ones we're able to, continue doing and working with. And, we know that customers have gotten used to using, various partners that we have. And, where possible, we'll obviously try to use those partnerships and augment those. And if we have, what we think may be a better option, maybe we'll try to introduce that to the market and see where it goes. But yes, we are very aware that there's lots of different partnerships, and they're on a list of items that we need to continue talking about.
Another question is about support and knowledge base. Will support be extended to be more with in-house? Are we going to offer more support, or is more of the support going to continue to come from the community when it comes to Lectora Online, Scenario VR?
I think we offer both. We really offer both, and support people are still going to be the same support people, and the community will continue to grow. We're actually looking at new ways to grow the community now.
Yeah, I think they both have their place, and so community, obviously, yes, that's got to grow, and sometimes a community can even get things faster than a support team can, right? It's just so many people in there. But yes, we still have a formal support team, and that will continue to stay in place.
Excellent. I would like to hear your thoughts on processes and awareness of eLearning Brothers about improving the tools to create accessible e-learning to be compliant with WCAG. Do we have any goals to try to make things more compliant?
John, do we have something in the works on that right now?
Yeah, actually, we're working with both LO and desktop, keeping things, WCAG and 5-way compliant, and we are generally recognized as the most compliant products out there, and so we will continue to be on the forefront of that without question.
And I know in the templates and assets that we've been building 508 accessibility into our Lectora templates for a long time, and so those are compliant, and we'll continue to look at that. And like John said, Lectora has always been strong in that area, and so we definitely see that as a differentiator between us and some of the other tools.
If we are about to buy a license for Lectora, should we wait? Because there's going to be discounts kicking this off soon.
No,
don't wait. Obviously, we're going to be looking at how do we get value into these products and all that, and add additional things. So we will always take care of you. If something happens and you're like, hey, why didn't I get that piece? That's fine. Just call in and we'll take care of that for you. So I would say, I don't think there's any reason to wait. We're not going to, we're not going to get rid of any of those products. So it's not like you're going to buy something and learn it and then have to, switch tools and then throw it away. So we're continuing to support those. If nothing else, we're going to be improving those. And so I'd say go ahead and buy Lectora, and if we'll always try and do what's best for the customer. And if something else comes out and you're like, hey, I want that as well, well, just fine, call in and we'll get it to you.
Figure something out. There is another question about pricing, account pricing, and structure change. I'm sure that we're going to be putting together a bundle of sorts, but we will continue to offer an a la carte option. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously, we would love to bring everything into various packages and all that, and we're trying to figure out what those could look like. But yes, it can still be a la carte, because again, we're not trying to force you to stop using other things that you like, right? We want to play nicely here. So if you're looking for an authoring platform, great. I hope we have a good solution for you. And if you love your LMS, fine, stay with your LMS. If you love your authoring tool and your LMS, well, maybe we can help you with VR content and some gaming, or maybe some custom solutions. If you want to build or buy off-the-shelf courses and some libraries of courses, you have your own LMS, fine. We'll continue to help you use that. And we'll give you the SCORM packages or whatever it is, and you can load those. So yes, obviously we'll bundle some things, but yes, a la carte for sure.
And there are a couple questions about Branchtrack. Will you be working more with Branchtrack?
Yeah, again, that's one of the partners, and they're fully integrated. It's my understanding right now in Lectora, and I've been there for, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, maybe more?
Several years, yeah, several years.
Several years.
Yeah, I don't see anything, there's definitely nothing changing there going down. If anything, it will be more.
Yeah.
And then the last question we'll take right now, I believe you still have a slide or two. Let's see, is this going to change? Is there anything that I need to keep in mind internationally as an international purchaser?
Not in particular. We understand that Trivantis has a robust international reseller network, and we are fully supportive of that network. We've already reached out to a lot of those partners and had conversations, so we'll continue to work with our resellers out there. And so if you're international and you're working with ITC Learning in Australia, or UAchieve up in Canada, or whoever it might be, keep working with them. We're gonna make sure we can support them even better, get them all the new products, and make sure they understand exactly where we're going with this, and so that they can get out there and support their customer base. So it's international market is great, and the content that we build and put into Lectora, it's always, the templates are hollow templates, right? So you can type and put any kind of language and content that you want into those. So it's very, very friendly for the different languages.
Excellent. So I'm going to move on to this last slide. There we go. So we've had a 7-day free trial for eLearning Brothers for ages and ages, and Lectora and the other Trivantis tools have had their access for ages and ages as well. And we just want to let you know that you can still access all of these. But one of the main reasons this is on the screen is for the information down at the bottom in that white bar. If you have more questions, if you have more concerns, and you don't have an account executive with eLearning Brothers, or a rep over with the Trivantis side, or an Edulence contact, then please reach out on that contact there on the screen at info@elearningbrothers.com. You can give us a call also directly, 801-796-2767. You can visit our website. We've got a lot of this information out there as well. But like Andrew said, the goal is transparency, and we want to answer all of your questions. So please do reach out to us, and we'd be happy to have personal conversations with you one-on-one to figure out all of these, the questions that you may have, to make sure that you are getting what you're hoping for, and that we are offering you everything that we've promised to offer you. Any closing thoughts, Andrew, John, or John?
Hey, Jon Tota, do you have any closing thought?
I'm just excited to be part of this team, and I think that you and I talked about this. It was probably a year ago, like you said, when you came on and I interviewed you, and it was really specifically about this vision to be able to merge content, authoring tools, and an LMS platform under one umbrella. And I think we've got really exciting things. We're really focused on the LXP initiative, and me specifically, and moving towards more of an adaptive learning model for Knowledgelink, and that just creates a need for a lot more assets from the eLearning Brothers library, content authoring tools, and just the ability to create a lot more content and get users connected with the most important content, the most important training that they need at the right time. And so we're going to focus a lot on that for anybody who's using Knowledgelink today. You're going to see us move really fast forward in that direction of really providing a more immersive learning experience around your learning platform, and getting to a point where you're going to be able to easily create content using Lectora and Scenario VR, leveraging the libraries of assets and templates that you've got at eLearning Brothers, and deliver training on demand for your users at the moment that they need it the most. So yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be fun, and our team is exactly the same as Andrew mentioned before. So anyone who's depended on all of the extra support that we give over at the Knowledgelink team, everybody's doing exactly what they did before, and now we just have a whole lot more resources available to help everybody. So yeah, we're excited, and don't hesitate to reach out and ask us any questions or anything more you need to know.
I was reminded also, before we close, I was reminded also that we are offering a $25 gift card. If you are wondering what Knowledgelink is like, please give us a call and ask about Knowledgelink, and we'll give you a demo. We are offering a $25 gift card to those who go through those demos. So please do reach out and let us know if you have any questions about that.
Yeah, I think I just got 25 bucks. I'm gonna call in to sit through a demo. Hey, one thing on Knowledgelink too, you know, we've got a lot of things in development right now with Knowledgelink and that team, and so Moki's running that team right now, and we've been working with his group for quite a while now. So lots of new stuff coming in Knowledgelink. That'll be really exciting. And John, that new Knowledge Pilot product that you've been putting out, and so we're excited to introduce Knowledge Pilot to the world and do some different integrations there. And Blackman, any closing words?
Just that, you know, if you're a current customer of one of the companies, this may seem like it's kind of a sudden thing, but as you know, the other John referenced, this has been going on for a long time. I mean, you and I have been talking about this for probably more than 5 years. We've been wanting to do something along this line and talking about it. So this is something a long time in the making, and it's going to be great.
I agree. I echo that for the current customers. Again, we are not going to take away your products. We're going to make them better, and we're going to find new ways to make them amazing and take them to the next level. So I know at eLearning Brothers, we are incredibly excited to finally have this happen, to bring all of this under one roof. And I think the customers are really going to like what they see and what's going to be happening. So please stay with us and come see what we have to offer.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Andrew, John, and John. Thanks everybody for joining us. Again, reach out to us directly with more of your questions. We're happy to answer those. And we hope we see you in our next webinar. See you later.
Thanks, everyone.